Hey friend, how's it going? Thomas Decker here from GuitarRevolution.ca, and I'm here because I want to help you to become the best lead guitar player you can ever be. In this video here, I'm going to be teaching you about the sixth over the major scale. I did that before over the chord. A few videos ago I did the thirds over the scale, now the sixth. It's just a sweet, warm interval, right? Every time you hear that interval of sixth, it just sounds so good. Right? It just sounds so full, so cozy. I don't know, it's warm. I love it. And everybody does. So, quickly gonna get into it. Just before, I want to encourage you to click the link below, download my 30-day lead guitar jumpstart guide, where I guide you for 30 days in a plan to bring up your skills to the next level as fast as possible. Because I'm gonna be focusing on a very specific skills, very specific tools for you to get your playing to the next level very fast, okay? And that's why it's fast track, right? Or it's not fast track, jumpstart. All right, let me zoom in and I'm gonna break down what I did for you here on the intro, okay? Let's take a look. All right, so the backing track that I'm using there is G, D, and then it goes like to B minor, and then A. Those four chords tells me that this is the key of D major, okay? When I play this chord D, it's first D everybody learns how to play, right? What I have here, I have my bass on the 4th string, and I have an octave right on my ring finger. So from this note here, we're gonna apply that rule for the major scale. We're gonna do, from this note, starting on the root, the D note, we're gonna go step, step, half step. Then step, 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 half step. So we have an octave inside the D major scale. If I have a different root, if I start this note here, that is E, and I apply the same rule, step, step, half step, 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 half step, I have the major scale for E. If I start here, sorry, this is, okay, let's go here. This is G, okay, 7th fret here on the B string, and I go step, step, half step, 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 half. You see, I always have the major scale, no matter what key I start, what note I start. If I follow that rule, I will always have the major scale. In this case here, it's D, right? So right here. And there's a whole bunch of theory I can go behind and explain what is going on here to find the 6th. But a simple way that I like to teach my students is the notes of the scale will be always the same. On the B string, I will never change that, okay? So here, step, step, half step, 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 half step. And then I'm gonna add a note, a 6th above this note here. And on this, and on this, and on this, and all the notes of the scale on the D string. And on the D string, I'm also gonna be following the major scale of D, but I'm not gonna think too much of it, okay? I'm just gonna think about this finger, and just the fingering. I'm just gonna pay attention to the fingering. but the notes on the B string will be always there. Okay, that's our guide. So get very familiar with these notes here. Get very familiar with the notes of the D major on the B string. Okay, once you get familiar with that, this is what you're gonna do. On the first note, you're gonna add your middle finger on the D string, sorry, and 1 fret to the front. You hear how nice that is? That's the interval of 6. So I can go. Right? And then for the next note that would be here, instead of using my finger 1, I'm gonna use my finger 3, and I'm gonna use my ring finger right there. So take a look how I move here. Same thing for the third note. So these are the 3 first notes. Look that here I'm following the step, right? But I'm changing my fingering on the top string because on the D string, because that needs to adjust to the scale of D major as well. So I have 2 different fingerings. I have an open fingering because I have an opening of like a fret, right? And closed fingering, which I'm using my middle finger to play instead of using my ring finger here, my finger 3 instead of my finger 1. So that will be open, closed, closed, open, opened, closed, closed, open. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Okay, so that I am taking as the foundation, the major scale of D. The major scale period. If I have the major scale of D on this string, and I start here, I'm gonna have to follow the same rule. Step, step, half, step, 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 half, all the way up here. Okay, I do open, close, close, open, open, close, close, and I can't because I don't have an extra fret to follow that one, to close it, right? So you understand that, right? I follow the major scale, my finger 1 on the B string, my finger 1 and 3, and my middle finger will open and close the distance, right, between the B string. So open, closed, closed, open, open, closed, closed, open. So if you get that, that understanding of open, close, closed, open, open, close, closed, open, and then get very familiar with that. And play around it, right? Just have fun. And then put a backing track like the one I put here and improvise. Use that to create some music. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna put the backing track here. I know that this is in the key of G. I already know the chords, right? I'm gonna try to ignore a little bit of the chord sequence and just play that, okay? Open, closed, closed, I made a mistake. I'm gonna do the E and G string. Same idea, starting with the D here, right? Mistake there. I don't know if you could caught that. And so on. That you can mix on your soloing. Or just play as a part of some kind of arrangement. It can create layers of guitars using this. So it's so awesome. Great technique. There you go, my friend. Don't rush this. Don't rush. Take your time. Get familiar with the D major scale on the D string first. And then get familiar with adding the notes on the D string. And then you can do the octave. We started here on the E string, right? And you can add that to your playing. Implement that on your soloing, like I said, or just to create layers of beauty of guitar, right? It's just so cool. I really like that one. Again, download my 30-day lead guitar jumpstart guide and improve your playing very quickly. Get results right away. And thank you so much for watching this lesson, for spending this time here with me. And I hope to see you in the next one. All right? See you there, my friend.